Good evening, Breck, Tiger Nation. Tonight's matchup is between the Grayson County Cougars versus the Fighting Tigers. I'm here with Noah Dow. And Noah, what can you tell me about Grayson County so far this season?
Well, Cameron, they're 4-0 on the year. Now, they haven't played a historically tough opponent yet, not an Owensboro or a Catholic or anything like that, but they are ranked second in the region according to Homer's Radio, so they're going to be a tough opponent. They're a very established running team, as they do not pass the ball very often. In fact, their starting quarterback, Logan Kopp, has thrown 14 times on the season, and that's in 4 games, so he's a little bit over 3 pass attempts a game, which is just crazy. But, yeah, definitely expecting them to put up a very tough fight here. What are you expecting from the Tigers tonight?
Tigers also a pretty good rushing team here. We've seen them a lot lately, focusing more on their rushing yards. Gavin Dow, however, exceptionally strong as a quarterback, having a lot of passing yards. Against Caverna last week, their 48-12 win, they had 366 rushing yards and only 78 passing yards. So this is going to be almost like Webster County's matchup, where it was mostly just rushing between the two teams. I'd like to see a little bit more passing from Gavin Dow. I know he can do it, and I'm very hopeful to see what's going to happen tonight. And so right now we're going to send you over to our sponsor, Right Implement, and we'll be back with you shortly.
At Right Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, skaters, tractors, small and large ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Right Implement has 9 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Right Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at rightimp.com.
And welcome back.
Going back to Gavin Dow, as we spoke about earlier, we actually got to interview him earlier today, and I guess we'll go ahead and send you over to that right now.
Hello, Tiger Nation. Tonight we will be facing the Grayson County Cougars. We are here with senior and starting quarterback Gavin Dow. Gavin, what do you expect for tonight's game, and what strategies will the team have to execute to come out on top?
We realize Grayson County is a very tough opponent. They're having an undefeated season so far, so we realize we have to manage the clock and move the ball down the field and execute blocks, and we should come out on top.
We are coming off a win from last week, too. How is this affecting the team's mindset coming into tonight's game?
We have to remember not to be too laid back, and we have to stay focused and focus on the task at hand.
Last year there was a group of strong seniors. Are you feeling any pressure from having to step up and fill those roles?
Yes, the seniors last year, they were very good at being mentors and stuff, so we realized that we have to kind of take on that role and do that for the younger kids on the team now.
What is one of the biggest challenges you have faced this season?
This summer, we had to come together as a team and learn how to play together, and I'd say that was probably the biggest challenge.
It seems like you were able to overcome that challenge because we're 3-1 now. What can we expect for the rest of the season?
We're going to just keep trying to do things right and come out every game firing off, and we should come out on top.
Focusing more specifically on you, you've been playing varsity for 3 years now. Has being a senior changed your leadership role any?
Yes, I started playing quarterback for varsity my junior year, and the seniors, they were more of like the leaders on the team, of course. So this year I realized that the team looks up to me, and I've taken that role pretty seriously.
Okay. What mental tool do you use to prepare for the games?
I tend to stay laid back and quiet, and I just study the playbook myself.
Okay. Finally, Tiger Nation has been here supporting the team through all the games. Is there anything you would like to say to the fans?
We have a very strong fan base, and I'm very appreciative of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavin, for your insight on tonight's game. We hope for a strong performance from our Fighting Tigers. And now back to our coverage of Breck County Tigers versus Grayson County Cougars.
And welcome back. As you heard from Gavin Dow, he mentioned senior leadership, and that's very important to this team as we have 14 seniors now. Gavin is probably the most synonymous name with Breck County, being the quarterback and all, and he's been starting since he was a junior, and now that he's a senior, you can only expect a gained amount of leadership there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They've all had to step up each in their own way, not just Gavin specifically. You have Trenton Brown. That's just one, for example. Many others that, you got to give the credit for. And and I hope that they all kind of, give good tips almost to the underclassmen and what they need to improve on for their coming seasons as whenever they become seniors. So, anything else you heard from that, Noah?
Well, it definitely needs to help lead this younger classman. And speaking of underclassmen, we can't help but mention people like Eric Barr and Michael Johnson that have just joined the team this year, have had very key contributions so far.
Same with Austin Medley. We can't forget him with his 31 total tackles, and Zion Breeze, who's leading with our 2 interceptions. I'm really excited, honestly, for this next upcoming class as well, to see how they're going to perform after these seniors have left. And I really feel like it's going to still be strong. And here we have the Breck County Marching Band getting ready to start us off with the national anthem.
Between the Breck County High School Fighting Tigers and the Cougars of the Grayson County High School. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand and join with the Breck County High School Tiger Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Ricky Dudgeon as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And a great performance by the Breck County Marching Band. We're nearing kickoff time here with the Breck County Tigers about to erupt from their their tiger balloon. I don't know what you call it, but
It's definitely a sight to see. Not gonna lie to you.
really gets the energy up here in the stadium. And it's a wonderful night here for football. And just after the good national anthem, you can really feel the Americanism, patriotism in your veins flowing. You're just hoping to see a great game performed for us tonight.
What's better for patriotism than football?
I don't know where else.
I really can't name something.
And 5 minutes and 50 seconds coming here, and just some little statistics before they erupt out there. Gavin Dow so far has 317 passing yards on the season with 3 passing touchdowns. A great statistic there for him. And hopefully we'll get to see it added even more for tonight.
Just to put it in context here, Grayson County has 128 passing yards on the season. Gavin by himself has almost 3 times more than that. And we're a running
incredible
team, so
we are a running team. Trent Brown leads our rushing with 264 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. And you know who follows that? Gavin Dow.
Gavin Dow scrambles for a lot of yards, as we've seen early on in this season. So it looks like the captains are heading out there for the coin toss.
And 5 minutes left here remaining. Head coach of the Tigers is Coach Brent Hoddle. Doing a wonderful job this season so far and last season as well. Definitely big improvements for him. And they're coming out here shortly, and just a few more minutes left. Grayson County Cougars waiting for the Breck County Tigers to make their appearance here tonight.
With only 4 minutes left to go before the beginning of this game, the sun has gone down and the lights are on here.
The weather feels amazing. You know, it's something, whenever you get this setting here, it just makes you want to play even more. It just really gets your blood flowing, and you just want to put in the effort to support your team and support your brothers, as a lot would say.
Yeah, it's a lot different from the soccer game last night. The soccer games normally start at 5:30, so the visiting teams always play into the sun. It'd be interesting to see what a football team would have to do if they were playing in the
I'd say that'd
daylight.
be pretty rough right there. And the captains have met.
Grayson County has won the toss, deferred their decision until the second half. Breckenridge County will be receiving the football.
And Breckenridge County will be receiving the football.
Hope to get the scoring started here. Like to see a lot of fireworks tonight.
Game against Webster County, we scored our first touchdown about only a couple minutes into the first quarter.
Definitely a fast start there.
And if no viewers watched that game, we had a 30-20 win over Webster County. It was a great, marvelous game. And Trenton Brown even won Homer's Radio Tiger of the Week that week.
Trenton rushed for 143 yards in that game. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct, and only 11 attempts. And he had 2 rushing touchdowns that game as well. Michael Johnson rushing 54 yards in 9 attempts with 1 touchdown before he sadly got hurt, and he wasn't able to play at Caverna last week.
Should be back tonight, though.
Very excited.
Always good.
Yes, very excited to see him and how he's going to perform. In about 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here for the kickoff. Grayson County's in their huddle getting hyped up. And here comes the smoke rolling out.
The Tigers will be emerging here soon.
Got a really good crowd here tonight. Not as good as Webster County, but still a very good crowd here to support against this rival of Grayson County.
Which is probably our closest opponent this year to ourselves.
I believe it is.
It's a very even matchup.
And here they come. And Dason Watkins carrying a sledgehammer, as well as Daniel Shane. Here comes the band playing us out.
As with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left for the scheduled start of this game. I believe it's the first game that we'll see Breck County receive the football.
I think
it
is.
The game.
Last game was Webster County, and they even made an error there.
Yeah, the Webster County kicked the ball straight out of bounds off the kick, which just is honestly inexcusable.
And kicker for Grayson County tonight is Logan Raymer. He's a senior for them, and he's been their main kicker so far this season with 14 out of 15 point after tries made.
It'll be interesting to see tonight. We've seen that we haven't exactly had a set kicker as we've tried different people throughout this year.
And last game against Caverna, we had Dayston Watkins with a failed PAT.
Game before that, Chris Ditto was kicking it off for us, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in this game?
And here we go.
Short kick there as Trenton Brown recovers.
And he's barreling through.
Gets it about to the Breck County 45 to start the drive. Pretty good field position to start off with.
And we're going to get to see Gavin Dow here shortly, right at the beginning of the game. Get to see what they're going to go with here tonight. And here they're setting up.
4-3 defense, setting up for a run.
Giving to Michael Johnson, and he's barreled through to around the 47-yard line.
Give him about 6 yards on that carry.
Yeah, it's great to see him again tonight. He made incredible rushing against Webster County before he was injured.
This is the first game he's played since Webster County, so it's nice to see him break out with a good run there. Another run.
And
swallowed up for about a yard.
Got to try something different here.
It's going to be a
gain of 3.
Going to be a battle of the rush today.
Austin Medley comes out. He's our leading tackler with 31 tackles on the season. We got Dax setting
up with 3 wide here, so might be seeing a pass.
J.J. Johnson also out.
As the ball is fumbled. It looks to be recovered by Gavin Dow. No, they say it's recovered by Grayson County.
That's a tough start here for the Breck County offense. Definitely nothing you would want to see right at the beginning of the game.
That is just unfortunate. It looked like it was supposed to be an option play, and just both people went for the ball, and the ball got loose.
I believe he was trying to hand it off to Trenton Brown there. Or that's who it got mixed up with. He goes for the steps back for the pass. And that is also
incomplete there. Logan Kopp there with the pass.
Quick Grayson County stats here. In 4 games, they've had 128 yards passing and 1 passing touchdown, so that's pretty. And the first play of the game was a passing, so we'll see what they're going to try to come up with here for the rest of the game.
They hand it off here.
And taken down around the 47. That's number 21, Jacob Kerr.
Jacob Kerr is their 3rd leading rusher this year behind Logan Kopp, the quarterback, and Hunter Gibson. So,
yeah, this will be a 3rd and 10.
Third and long here, and, well, you would expect a pass, but with Grayson County, you never know.
All right, we'll see here now.
And
it is past the,
it's a
oh no.
quarterback run, but it will be stopped
short of the 50.
Breck County's run defense this season has just been outstanding.
It has.
They've gotten beat by the passing yards for sure, but their run defense has been unstoppable.
I'd also like to point out shortly that Cade Casey won Homer's Radio Tiger of the Week last week from Caverna.
Ball is punted away, and
Zion Breeze sees it.
Taken out at about the 20-yard line. Did not look like he quite got there, as that was actually James Spitzer on the recovery. So we're starting off here at the 17-yard line. Hope to get some offense underway as Gavin Dow rushes out there.
Here they go, setting up with Dax Medvesek on the out here.
And it's a handoff here. James Spitzer rushes to about the 22-yard line.
That was Zion Breeze. So that was a gain of 5 right there. They're going to set up again. And a little quick stat, Trenton Brown actually leads our team with leads the points with 30 points. That'll be 4 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. With Gavin Dow with 22 points and Dax Medvesek with 16.
Gavin drops back throw. It's complete, I believe, to J.J. Johnson. Yes, that will be complete to J.J. Johnson. I believe he got the first down.
No, I don't think that will be a. That'll be a 3rd down and 2.
Third down
actually.
and 2.
Just short. First down here.
Yeah, it's a little conservative there. I thought looked a lot closer than 3rd and 2, but I guess who am I to judge?
Michael Johnson to Gavin Dow's right here. Passes off to Michael Johnson.
And he rushes forward, and
that should be a first down.
That's going to be very close.
Number 24, Michael Johnson, the ball carrier.
First down, Breckenridge County.
Great effort there by Michael Johnson to make sure to get that first down.
It's the first down of the game. They convert there on 3rd and 2. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Gavin Dow drops back and passes.
And that is caught by Zion Breeze.
Zion Breeze.
And he's still going. Oh.
He's taken down. Interesting where they'll spot the ball here because he got taken down.
He was definitely a way in front of the first down there, but he lost some yards from where he most gained, but still a first down. So great effort by Zion Breeze there.
Got to about the 42-yard line there, and that was a great reception. As we're seeing a little different here to start the game, as Gavin's dropped back and thrown the ball a lot more than he did in his last game.
I have a feeling Grayson County's been kind of ready for the rushing game.
They keep stacking the box for sure.
And
speaking of which, they loaded the box and that play got blown up.
It's be a 2nd and long here. No gainage from that play there. And against Caverna, J.J. Johnson actually had 48 yards gained from 2 receptions.
24 on average. That's very good.
Hopefully we'll get to see some more action from him here tonight.
As that snap is high. As Gavin tries to scramble for some yards there. But
offense isn't looking too pretty tonight so far in this first quarter. Lots of simple mistakes.
It's a 3rd and long. I believe it's going to be about a 3rd and 20 to go.
22. Here you can hear the drag strip sound off as loud as it can here tonight.
Gavin drops back.
Trying to find an opening here with Dax.
And
he makes it.
What a first down.
Amazing reception there by Dax. Great pass by Gavin Dow. Way to make up for those small mistakes there.
I like the guts just to throw it up and trust your receiver to go get it there. That was amazing.
It was an amazing pass. That's exactly what I want to see from Gavin Dow even more, because I know he can do it. And I know everybody here knows that he can do it, and we all just want to see that happen more. Here, Michael Johnson to the left of Gavin Dow here. And he gets through.
He rushes forward for a gain of 5.
Taken down around the 35-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of the high-risk, high-reward passes downfield. It's what makes football fun to me.
It does. I think that's what makes it fun for everybody, just the excitement. It's almost like bunch of home runs in the MLB, you know?
Right. It's what made Brett Favre famous. The man threw more touchdowns than the man threw a ton of touchdowns for sure, but he threw more interceptions than anybody in the league just because he loved to throw the ball.
And here we go. And he sets back to pass.
And he throws
another
it deep.
one. That
It's
will
going to be
not.
out of the reach of Dax there.
That's long there from Dax. I like what he was doing there.
I like it.
But now we're at a
little change
3rd and 6.
A little change in game plan. We thought it was going to be all rush for Breck County, but Grayson County's defense is giving them the pass right now. They're just giving it away.
We just got to make sure that we're going to make those passes, you know, if they're going to give them to us.
You see the 4-3 defense there for Grayson County has just stopped pretty much all of our runs today, and it's definitely time to keep passing the ball. Play was called dead there, and Breck County's trying to argue offsides on the defense, but
I saw him jerk a little bit, but that was. This
be a timeout, Breckinridge County. As it looks like Coach Hoddle is out there not very happy about the non-call there.
Breckinridge County Marching Band liven up the place here tonight.
So far in the game, Gavin is already 3 for 4 for 53 yards, and all of last week he was 4 for 5 with about 78 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right.
And this is the first quarter. That was for a full game. I mean, a little change in game plan for sure.
And I'm loving it. I'm loving it tonight.
We got a 3rd and 6 here as Breck County just called a timeout, and we're back with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
We got 4 receivers here lined up.
Gavin drops back to pass. He's going to scramble and
find
throw the
opening.
ball.
Yeah, throw it out.
He threw it away. Exactly what he needed to do there as he was about to get tackled by one of 2 defenders.
Couldn't find an opening there. Now it's a 4th down and
He had
6.
a little bit more time. J.J. Johnson did get open there at the end, but defense was very pressuring for sure.
And here the offense stays out.
As we've seen, without the presence of a true punter or a kicker on the we've gone 4th down just about every time. So,
and against Webster County, I know we really capitalized on it. We made the yardage to get the 1st down. And
Gavin drops back again.
He
He's
can't
going to scramble. There's a flag on the field, but he will get the first down.
And he's still going, and he does get the 1st down. Great run.
He gets to about the 25-yard line, but we will see what this flag is about. Holding on the offense. That's not good. It's not what you want to see, as that'll set us back at 3rd down again.
Holding the penalty against Breckinridge County.
You're going to have to repeat that 3rd down.
Special teams are going to be coming out.
Or my mistake, that 4th down.
Still be a 4th down, but it's at the 50-yard line right now, so we have our special teams out.
A little bit different here because of the field position. You don't want to give it to them at midfield, you know. Oh, that punt is blocked.
That's very unfortunate for the Tigers.
Punt was blocked by number 51, Hunter Pendergast.
I believe that was
Grayson.
The punt was attempted by Chris Ditto. And now here we're set up around just on the 40-yard line. this right here could be tough for Breckenridge County if the defense doesn't pull through. Hand it off to number 21, and that's a
Bryson Stafford, I believe. Hold on.
That is Bryson Stafford. Great right there. Great effort.
A great tackle for loss.
Definitely.
That'll set him back 6 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 16.
Great job by Bryson Stafford. He's actually leads, in another stat, he leads fumble recoveries with 2 and fumbles forced with 3.
I believe both of those fumble recoveries happened in our last game.
I believe
Webster
they did.
County.
And here we go.
Quarterback scrambling here, and he'll get a couple yards on the play. He didn't make it back to the initial line of scrimmage.
Just short of the initial line. It's now be 3rd and long. We're seeing a lot of, I guess you could say, not capitalizing on plays here. And we've seen a lot of mistakes for both teams where they have great chances to keep going, but just something happens that
there hasn't been a clutch play yet in the game.
There's a flag.
It looks to me like it's going to be false start on the offense. False start on the offense.
I believe the Grayson County fans were actually cheering. I don't know. I guess they didn't see what the call was.
They saw Breck County's defenders rush forward, but that was because of the flinch of the Grayson County line. So that'll set them back 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 18. So 3rd and very long. We might get to see a pass out of Grayson County again. I think we've only seen one.
We haven't seen much of their offense lately anyway.
Well, yeah,
and he does step back to pass.
He
can't find much.
He's scrambling, but he turns a corner and might get a first down.
And no, he doesn't. I do not believe he does.
They stop him just short of a first down.
I believe that tackle is by
Eric
Barr. They called that he did make the first down. I don't know. From up here, it did not appear close to a first down.
Might have just been our eyes playing tricks on us.
I guess
Who
it
knows?
was. Anyway, here we got 1st and 10.
Grayson County set up to run here. That's taken by Jacob Kerr. Very minimal gain of yards there, but that's what Grayson County does. They rush the ball, and they keep rushing the ball until eventually they tire out the defense.
Mm-hmm. Like we said earlier, they had 954 rushing yards and 14 rushing touchdowns.
And they have 128 yards passing, so.
Send it back off to 21 again.
Jacob Kerr looks to be their main rusher in this game.
And that took him a little bit longer before he was forced down. But 3rd down here. It's be a 3rd and 5 to go.
Grayson County's offense looked to be down for the count, and then the scramble by their quarterback for the first down has just awoken them all of a sudden.
In 21 again.
Jacob
oh,
Kerr
no, and he breaks through. He was taken down by Zion Breeze, though.
And that gets them down to about the 5-yard line. They're inside the red zone now.
A first down. Most likely a possible touchdown here. With only 50 seconds left of the first quarter, let's see if they can get it. And
I believe that's a timeout, Breck County.
Zion Breeze looks limping.
Injury
Zion Breeze comes out, and Dax Medvesek comes in. And Zion appears to be injured, and 21 gets through, and this will be a touchdown, Grayson County.
Jacob Kerr touchdown there as Grayson County starts the scoring for tonight. 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
This has been a lot longer to take to get to a first touchdown in Breck County's game so far, especially Webster County, like we saw 2 weeks ago.
I like getting off to fast starts, and it hadn't been a fast start yet.
And Logan Reamer comes in to kick.
Point after is
and it is good. And he's been 3 for 3 on the field goals, and this will now make him 4 for 4. And that was a pretty tough first quarter there for Breck County, as they had seemed to be plenty of opportunities, but just couldn't break through with them.
It was just unfortunate because we converted that 4th down attempt, but the flag set us back, and we had to end up punting, and that's how Grayson County got their great field position there. As we mentioned before, Jacob Kerr with that touchdown. He is not their leading rusher on the year, but he looks to be their main running back in this game. He has 6 carries for 21 yards, and about 5 of those yards for a touchdown.
Here goes kick from Logan Raymer again.
Michael Johnson takes the ball.
And he didn't get much help there.
Didn't get very many blocks there. He was not too many steps away from turning the corner, but defense got to him about the 20-yard line.
Here Daston Watkins was trying to get in there to help, but he got stuck behind. And out comes Michael Johnson. Here they are at the 20-yard line with only 26 seconds left of this first quarter. And now it's Trenton Brown set next to Gavin Dow as he hands it off to him, but
Trenton looks to have lost a couple yards on that run there.
And here we go. 15 seconds left. This first quarter is about to end.
That was most likely the last play of the quarter. There was just nowhere for Trenton to go on that one.
There was not.
Like to see Trenton get some more opportunities running the ball.
And that means we need to see some of this offensive line stepping up to get with have some more blocks for their rushers.
Offensive line has been very good this year, but Grayson County's defense has looked very, very solid.
It has been. And Breck County's was looking very, very strong too as well. And until that last attempt by Grayson County. And now we're going to send you to our sponsor, Right Implement.
At Right Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, skaters, tractors, small and large ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Right Implement has 9 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Right Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at rightimp.com.
And we are back here for the game in the second quarter.
Gavin Dow, screen pass, and it looks to be fumbled.
Oh, no, and this is a touchdown by Grayson County.
Daston Watkins with the fumble there, and
Here's Coach Hoddle is looking at the refs for a call.
Jacob Kerr with the defensive touchdown there. Of course, he scored the rushing touchdown at the end of the first quarter.
And here comes out Logan Raymer again. We've seen him a lot tonight, haven't we?
We definitely have.
This is a tough start. Very, very tough start
And you
for
know,
the Tigers.
to be honest, with some of the calls that I've seen in football all around, that could have been an incomplete pass. It could have very well have been an incomplete pass.
And that field goal was complete, so now he is 5 for 5 on the season.
That kick looked a lot better than the last one. The last one looked very shaky, and I was honestly wondering if it was going wide, but it got through. And
there's not too much wind out here tonight. It's a very pleasant evening.
Very different from our last broadcast
Yes.
of Webster County. We had some papers fly off, that's for sure.
Now the Breckinridge County fans are slowing down a little bit, and they're going to need to get back up here if they want their team to keep striving. Now here come the special teams.
As once again, we will see Logan Raymer. Not always the greatest sight in this game.
No, it's not. I thought it was going to be a good sight at the beginning. But here we now have, it's now 14-0.
That's a short kick there, and covered by Breck County at about their own 45-yard line.
I believe that was,
I didn't get a number on that one. I believe it might have been 65.
I believe that is Kurt Basham, actually. Now here we are at the 45. Well, we'll get to see Breckinridge County's offense here again as Trenton Brown comes out and Michael Johnson comes in with Gavin Dow.
Once again, Michael trying to make an impact on this game, being his first game back from time off with injury.
No, that was a tough sight to see. I was really worried right after that. And
play action here.
And that is a first down.
It's going to be a first down, and that was caught by Eric Barr.
He's had an amazing season so far, and this is his first season as a Fighting Tiger on the football team. And he has had a marvelous season so far.
Funny thing is, we've talked about this exact play before the game even started. We kept thinking, well, we run the ball. Why don't we do play action more often? You're always going to have Eric Barr wide open, and that's exactly what just happened.
I mean, he had his first touchdown with, I believe, Metcalfe County early this season. And Gavin Dow keeps it.
And is taken down.
With around a 5-yard gainage.
Taken down by number 32, Zach Bratcher.
This will be a 2nd and 5 here. Here comes the offense now. Trenton Brown is back in. And he drops back to pass.
Defense is after him. Gavin Dow scrambling and
he
throws
makes a jump
the ball.
throw, and that is an incomplete pass.
Initially, I thought it was caught.
I did too. I thought that would have been an amazing catch.
He just dared Jeter threw the ball in football.
That was an amazing. It was an amazing throw. Zion Breeze almost had it. He had it in his grasp, but that rough landing, I believe, is what caused him to drop it. And out comes Zion Breeze and J.J. Johnson.
That was a heck of an effort right there from Gavin Dow and of course Zion Breeze.
Now the offensive line's having a tough time keeping this Grayson County defense from. And here goes Trenton Brown.
Trenton Brown with the rush there. Will not get the first down. He's about 3 yards short.
But like I was saying, the offensive line, we need to get more blocks out there. We're kind of letting them get through to get to our quarterback, and it's really causing some rough throws from him, not being able to get to receivers.
Grayson County's got a little bit more size on their defensive line than we do on our offensive line.
And Michael Johnson's back in. And there's a timeout, Breckenridge County, with 9 minutes here to go.
Fourth down and 3 coming up for Breck County. Be interesting to see if they go to the run, which is just not done much today, or if they go with the pass. It's been very successful. Now in the season, of course, we're definitely a running team, but
I know a lot of the times we've seen Gavin pass, it's really been successful. And Gavin is actually 4 for 7 tonight with 69 yards, and Michael Johnson has 3 carries for 11 yards.
one of those incompletions was a very gutsy chance downfield that would have certainly led to a touchdown. I don't mind an incompletion like that.
Oh no. And there we go, Michael Johnson. And he sets back to pass.
A deep ball downfield to Dax.
And he makes the catch, and that's a touchdown.
Breckenridge County.
Amazing pass by Gavin Dow. Oh my goodness.
Nice to see that. Oh my goodness, what a pass.
Amazing reception there by Dax. This will be a first touchdown for Breckenridge County here in the second quarter. Now this is exactly what I want to see out of this Breckenridge County offense.
I want to keep hearing the fireworks, that's for sure.
I do. I could hear them all night, Noah. And here we're going for the 2-point conversion. And can't tell just yet. I don't believe they got it.
Don't believe they got it.
And no, they did not.
2-point conversion is incomplete. And it looks like it's going to be 13-6 now.
And that'll be a 14-6. I guess they fixed their error earlier on. They believe that it was the field goal was not complete, but they just realized that it was.
Our apologies. They had some malfunctions with the scoreboard here.
Here comes out Chris Ditto with the kick. Now I really want some more. We need some more field goals. Dason Watkins, he went for the PAT last week against Caverna and he failed. So, and I think we really need to work more on that in practices, because we definitely need field goals, not just 2-point conversions every single time.
Field goals would definitely be nice.
Because we have been very successful with our 2-point conversions, but something like that, you might just want to go for the field goal.
The kick here is recovered by Grayson County. And a very good return as he makes it to the 48-yard line.
That was Michael Wood, the freshman, actually. And our paper almost fell off the roof there. Close save, Noah. Here comes out the defense.
Like to see a stop here. We haven't seen
not too much on the defense. We thought so earlier, but they were able to make it through.
Oh, as he will be stopped at about the line of scrimmage there.
A lot of yard lossage there. I believe that was couldn't really tell.
There was a lot of Fighting Tigers trying to tackle the one running back there. Didn't look like anybody was fooled on that one.
It's be second and 10, I believe.
At this point, Grayson County is probably fooling no one. Everybody knows that they're going to run the ball.
And they actually draw back to pass this time.
And He will be stopped for
Great
a
job
loss
by
of
the-
yardage.
By the Breckenridge County defense.
Looked to be Trenton Brown and Cade Casey on the tackle there.
Great job.
No gain on the play.
As I mentioned before, Cade Casey actually won Homer's Radio Tiger of the Week from their game against Caverna.
He had quite a few tackles in that game, which netted him Tiger of the Week.
Bryson Stafford gets through, and
Kopp is able to break the first tackle,
that's
but is
amazing
taken down by
effort.
Trenton Brown.
Trenton Brown and Bryson Stafford, amazing pressure there on the quarterback.
Taken down for a loss of about 10 yards on the
This will
play.
be a 4th and long, very long. Now that's exactly what we need to see from this defense all game.
Set up to punt here. It's a very good punt as he gets it down the Breck County 21-yard line. Gavin Dow's last pass completion was good, and it took him from 69 yards to 102 yards on the game. He's now 5 for 8 with a touchdown.
You know,
It's
that's
already a great game for Gavin Dow.
And Dax Medvisic actually he's had 2 receptions for 64 yards gained and a touchdown. Here comes out the offense. Got 3 receivers lined up. And that
Handoff
gets
is to
Daston
Daston
Watkins,
Watkins.
and he gets great yardage there on the
A
rush.
flag is thrown after the play.
And while we find out what the flag is for, he's just short of the first down. It's a penalty against Grayson County. There they go. The Tigers are
That'll be a first down, Breck County.
getting this crowd lightened up here. And so this will be a first down, Breckenridge County, from the penalty. They're now at just short of the 45.
Nice to see Daston get a carry there, leading rusher last week.
Oh, and
Gavin tried to play action there and threw behind the receiver. It was very nearly
I
intercepted.
believe that was intended for J.J. Johnson.
It's kind of odd to see, but it was almost intercepted by number 11, Logan Kopp.
And out comes Daston Watkins, and in comes Cade Casey.
Grayson County's starting quarterback is also playing defense. It's just not a thing you see very often.
Here comes out the offense.
Shovel pass here.
Michael
Michael
Johnson,
Johnson
and he's
turns
getting,
the corner, and
and he's still going.
he
and
broke
that'll
for a lot of yards there as he gets it to the 35-yard line, and it'll be another first down for Breckenridge County.
That was a great run by Michael Johnson there. This young man's definitely got a good future here at Breckenridge County.
Touchdown and 2-point conversion will tie this game up. Like to get that here.
And Grayson County defense just could not catch up to him there. They almost had him around the 55, but they just out of reach.
Believe it or not, Michael Johnson might be our slowest running back with Daston and Trenton.
And he gets it again.
like I was
Not
saying,
nearly as much yards there.
Dayston Trenton with just absurd speed. So, I mean, to have Michael Johnson as your slowest running back is a blessing.
That's something. Now here it's 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and 8. Apologies. And just 38 more yards to go before we get another touchdown. Another pitch to Dayston Watkins, and
he looks to get outside, but will lose yards on the play.
The defense just pounced on him right there, and Trent Brown comes in here. He's subbing in for Dayston Watkins. This will be a 3rd down and long.
I like to see the variety on offense so far in this game. Like in years past, I've come to football games and I've seen
they just pick one
run up the middle,
strategy.
run up the middle, run up the middle, over and over and over.
And that's why we look at their past records, and it hasn't been good. Oh, and
the ball was fumbled for a second, but Gavin Dowd jumps on it quickly, and
even more lossage. This will be a 4th down.
Be a 4th down and 4th and long.
And very, very long.
About a 4th and 17.
In comes Xavier Perks for Cade Casey. And the offense is staying out here.
Cade, the tight end, of course, so
we'll see how much.
Going to signal a pass here, the incoming of Xavier Perks. Gavin drops back.
He can't.
Looking to pass, scrambling.
Opening. He just throws it away.
He throws it up, and it's caught, but it will not be a 1st down. That will be a turnover on downs, but in a better field position than if Gavin had gotten sacked there.
He was around the 50-yard line there.
To be honest, I'm really not sure Gavin even could see if he was over there.
I think he was trying
to throw the ball away.
But amazing effort by JJ trying to get that ball to stay alive. That'll be the number 20.
Number 20 will be
I believe that was Caden Woodcock.
one of the first few passes we've seen from Grayson County in this game. Maybe trying to shake things up after their last drive.
And quarterback rush. He hasn't gained too much there. And
he ran for a very long time and gained 4 yards. So all in all, letting him rush that long, that's a very good stop to keep him at 4.
This will be a 2nd down and 2 to go. There we go again. And
play action.
That was an incomplete pass.
Was not a very accurate pass there. Looked to be rushed. Not sure if he felt the pressure of the defense or if he was just trying to get that pass off as quick as possible. But
it looks like he could have had more time there to find a receiver, but
almost looks similar to a quick pickoff move to first base almost. It was like you're trying to do it so quick, you just cannot put accuracy on it.
They're going to try again, a 3rd down and 2 to go.
And it looks
that
to be a false
Grayson
start.
County, I believe.
Yes,
it is on Grayson County.
That will be a false start.
3rd and 7 now. Also 5 yards. That's a great break for Breckinridge County defense.
We'll take all those that we can get.
And here we have close to 3 minutes left on the clock of the second quarter before we get into halftime, before both teams can settle down and regroup.
Logan Kopp drops back. He throws the ball.
He throws it away.
About
straight into the
ground, about 3 yards short of the receiver.
This will be a 4th down now.
One of the things that Gavin does that I haven't seen Grayson County do is Gavin puts some air under the ball to give his receivers a chance, at least.
Yeah.
If you're throwing the ball straight into the ground, you're not giving your receivers a chance to do their job.
I believe Logan Kopp's just trying to get more of a line on his passes.
Not always the greatest thing to do.
And he goes for the punt.
Punts away. Fair catch is called for
by Zion Breeze.
And Breck County will start their drive at the 19-yard line.
Now around 2 minutes left to go. We'll see how much Breckinridge County can get in this push here. And Trenton Brown comes out and Michael Johnson does come in.
Two minutes left. You're going to see a lot of passing plays here, as I guarantee Breck County's going for the touchdown.
And
the defense is trying to get to Gavin, as he will just scramble and gains a few yards on that scramble.
Looked like he couldn't really find an opening there, a receiver. This will be a 2nd down and 7. It's under 2 minutes to go now.
Gavin was taken down by number 21, Jacob Kerr. Of course, we've heard his name a lot on.
Yes, we have on the offensive side.
Offense and defense. As Kerr was the one that scored the fumble recovery touchdown earlier in the game. So Kerr has both touchdowns for Grayson County. Jet sweep here to Dax. He looks to gain a few yards, but that will not be a first down.
This will be just short of a first down here. This will be a 3rd down.
Dax has been a very integral part of this offense so far with his receiving. That's his first carry of the game.
And now just under a minute to go in the second quarter here. Oh, Michael Johnson trips up there. Gavin Dow keeps it, and he's still going.
Gavin
he finds
Dow
a lot
is
of
breaking
room.
away, and will go out of bounds to stop the clock at 25 seconds.
And there's a flag
There's a
thrown.
flag on the field as Gavin Dow was shoved brutally out of bounds. And you can only suspect that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct to give us an extra 15 yards on the play.
That was an amazing, amazing rush by Gavin Dow.
He got to about the 35-yard line. And they're adding 15 yards on the play. That'll get us in the red zone with 25 seconds left on the clock.
This is amazing, amazing break for Breckinridge County.
What a run by Gavin Dow. That was amazing.
We can definitely see why he is our second leading rusher.
It's because of plays like that.
And the defense by the Cougars, they did not know what was going on there.
I didn't know what was going on. I thought he handed it off to Michael.
Michael Johnson tripped up before Gavin took off, and I personally thought it was over.
They did not add as many yards as I was expecting, so.
And that's given to J.J. Johnson.
That was a counter play that fooled just about everybody on it.
And this will be.
And now we're in the red zone.
Around the 18-yard line.
Looks like they stopped the clock a bit late on the scoreboard.
It's roughly 18 seconds or so. This crowd is definitely hyped up now. Hopefully Breckenridge County can pull off this last push here to possibly get the score tied if they get the 2-point conversion.
It would be such a gain of momentum if we would be able to score here, and especially if we could get the 2-point conversion to go with it.
This game has been such a close and tight game and such a battle. And here he drops back to pass.
He can't find scramble
room. Oh, and he slips around the 20-yard line.
As it looks like he did not.
But I believe he would have been taken down anyway.
He did not lose yards on that play. He just didn't gain any. He got back to about the line of scrimmage.
This will be a second down. And here we have a coach is talking to the team. I believe that's Coach LaGrange working with the offense.
And as I was going to say earlier, Gavin's our second leading rusher, but that's with them counting sacks as negative yards. You don't normally see sacks counted as negative yards, but that's how they're figuring up all these stats. If they did it in the NFL, Lamar Jackson wouldn't look quite as good as he did.
And right now, like I said earlier about the offensive line stepping up here to give some more blocking. We've definitely seen that here this push. Gavin's had a lot more time and a lot more space to get through and find some breaks.
The fake handoffs today have just been remarkable.
You're about to set up again. And he drops back to pass. And he finds it to Trenton Brown. Oh, and that is.
He was going for Eric Barr there, but did not complete the pass.
My apologies on thinking it was Trenton Brown.
On our last broadcast, we saw Eric Barr with the amazing one-handed catch, and I think he was going for another one there.
The defender just kind of got in the way there, and Hoddle appears to be upset talking to the ref here.
He might be arguing pass interference, but
so I'm thinking he might be arguing.
I'm not for sure. I
couldn't tell too much. They looked locked up in between each other,
and oftentimes that's just at the discretion of the official. It's not a very clear-cut rule, and it's not always the most obvious thing to catch.
Yeah, and they're still talking. All right, now it's a 3rd and 10.
11 seconds left. Plenty of time for
one more.
One, maybe two more passes.
So we got three wide.
Gavin
drops back to pass and
going in the end zone, and it will be incomplete. He was going for Dax Medvisic. 4 seconds left on the clock. It's 4th and 10.
That was a very, very close to being a touchdown there by Dax again.
Once again, Gavin giving his receivers a chance.
He has been deadly accurate tonight. It's just this Grayson County defense really putting pressure on him.
He's throwing a lot of 50-50 balls up there.
I believe Jacob Kerr was, as we probably saw, he almost had Gavin coming in.
Jacob Kerr has been unstoppable so far.
He was able to manage past. Drops back to pass again, and he throws it up.
Deep. Oh, and it goes right through the hands.
Almost makes the amazing catch, just slips through.
What
a quarter and what a first half by the Breckenridge County Tigers.
That was a crazy first half for the Tigers.
And the score right now is 14-6. And
our marching band will be coming on the field.
Last time we got to see their show, and they are directed by Mr. Ricky Dudgeon, and their performance is called Fault Line for this season. And we are going to leave you here in this half to enjoy the marching band and resettle from what happened in that insane first 2 quarters.
Prior to the band's performance here at halftime, the Meade County RECC has another presentation to make. As a commitment to the community, Meade County RECC is proud to present the annual Cheerleader Challenge Award, a representation of Breck County cheerleading song with a 10th field goal. The participating kicker will receive a trophy, and the Breck County cheerleading program will receive a donation. Meade County RECC is a proud supporter of the Breck County schools. I direct your attention to the south end zone at this time. The cheerleaders going to attempt the field goal at this time. Coach, give her another try. She's just getting loose. Congratulations. The trophy is being presented by David Pace of the Meade County RECC. to Aubrey Tabor on that outstanding kick. After the band's presentation this evening, we would like you to remain seated for a recognition of the Youth Football League this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome the Breck County High School Choir Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Reggie Becker.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to this night of amazing football so far. It's been quite a battle. It's now 14-6 in the second half here, and we're gonna just throw you some stats here to get you ready for this next half. Why don't you give us some, Noah?
Well, so far, Gavin-Dow is 6 for 13 for 107 yards. 2 of those pass completions have been to Dax Medvesic, and he has received the one and only touchdown thrown from Gavin-Dow today.
He's almost had a couple more.
He almost had a couple more, too, as he was the target in the end zone a couple times there at the end of the first half.
And then we got some for receptions. Zion Breeze, Dax Medvesic, and Eric Barr each have 1. And then for completions, Gavin-Dow he's 6 for 13 tonight, and with roughly 107 yards.
On defense, we've got 3 different players with tackles with Bryce Stafford, Kay Casey, Trenton Brown, and those are all tackles for loss, I should say. So far we've seen some great run defense, but obviously Grayson County got one good drive off and had a very fortunate bounce on defense to get them a touchdown as well.
And just like to point out this group of youth football players here. They're definitely going to be the future here in this county, and can't wait to see how they become. And back to what we were talking about. Now, Logan Kopp, he's he's one for really 4 attempts and only 12 yards for his passing.
Yeah.
Compared to Gavin's 107 yards.
Grayson County, as we said, was not known for their passing, and they have absolutely shown that here in the first half. Grayson County's defense has been very good so far, as it's created a lot of pressure. It's forced a couple turnovers, a fumble, actually 2 fumbles. The one was not an interception. I was mistakenly thinking that was an interception because it was on a pass, but it was a fumble for a touchdown. So 2 fumbles so far in this game recovered by Grayson County.
Their offense obviously has been pretty good tonight. We've seen that their main rusher tonight has been
number 21, Jacob Kerr, who's had a touchdown on offense and a touchdown on defense, playing defensive end, and got the fumble recovery for a touchdown earlier on.
And then some highlights for our rushing. Gavin-Dow, he's actually leading our rush attempts with 8, and he's had a total of 35 yards. And then following him on the attempts is Michael Johnson, who's had about 35 yards as well.
I believe most of those 35 yards came on the one big play.
I believe they did, of that final push there. Trenton Brown, he hasn't had as much success tonight. He has had 2 attempts and roughly a total of 0 yards in gainage, that is. And then, so we're going to definitely see how this next half goes. Hopefully the Tigers they're going to, after that long half, they're going to settle down, refresh, come back strong. I definitely want to see more of the offensive line helping out Gavin-Dow, and getting some more blocks for him, because that's kind of an issue the beginning half, really the first quarter. Now, second quarter, we obviously made amazing pushes in our offense. That is, in offense and defense were great second quarter. I don't believe we allowed any more touchdowns second quarter. Grayson County they got both of their touchdowns and field goals in the first quarter there.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how Breck County adjusts, because they had a great chance to score at the end of the first half and just could not capitalize on it. Had a few plays at the end zone, but just did not get the touchdown there.
He tried hard to see if a receiver could make the completion, but it was not successful. I believe he tried to. Zion Breeze almost had it right in his grasp before it fell through in the midair, and Dax Medvesic he almost had one as well. And I believe Coach Hoddle was arguing for a pass interference, but refs wouldn't give it to him there. So here we have about 2.5 minutes left before this second quarter begins, and these next pushes by both teams. And there's actually quite a show out from Grayson County's crowd tonight, isn't there?
Grayson County has had the largest visiting crowd that we've seen so far, and that's including Owensboro. Owensboro brought an army of players, but they didn't have a crowd quite like that.
Now, of course, Owensboro's roughly an hour away from good old Breckenridge County. Grayson County's just right on our border. So I believe you've mentioned before it's the
Rough River Bowl.
Rough River Bowl.
As we'd like to claim that one, but Grayson County coming out and just doing a little bit better here in the first half. We knew it was going to be tight contested game, but Breck County was very confident coming in. They could win this one.
And they should still be confident that they're going to win this one.
They
should have it on their mindset. We're going to win. See, defense preparing here with Coach Hamilton.
I was talking to Gavin Dow and was wondering what the best Breck County season was in recent memory, and that would have been in 2000 with the Bennett twins.
The Bennett twins, yes. And power team right there.
With both of those being at the school system, every single kid on that team wants to break their record just because. And speaking of the Bennett twins, got a chance to catch up with Jeremy earlier on, and we asked him about a prediction for the game. And I'll share his exact quote. It was, I don't know. It's going to be close. I'll text you later. And I still haven't got a text. So thanks, Jeremy, for your contributions to this broadcast.
And here they're setting up with 33 seconds left to go before this second half starts. Tigers looking pumped up and ready to go. This crowd here is still lively and very full now. And here come the Cougars. And you have Chris Ditto here for the kick.
Chris Ditto looks to be taking the kick right-footed now. He was... And the kick was away to the 40-yard line.
All right, Dayston Watkins comes out. And so does Kurt Basham, number 65. He's one of the seniors we mentioned earlier about the leadership roles here on this team.
Kurt Basham was recently added to the team this year, though, so you never know with that.
I mean, then again, we had an Eric Barr who joined the team this year, and he's done phenomenal this season. I was given to number 21, Jacob Kerr. And if you've been listening earlier, his name's been said a lot tonight.
Jacob Kerr has definitely been the most notable player on the Grayson County Cougars tonight, as he will surely win Homer Radio Cougar of the Week coming up.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. And it'll be second and roughly 6. It'll be second and 6.
Logan Kopp hands it off here again to Jacob Kerr, and doesn't look like he'll gain much there.
I don't think he gained anything.
Third down now. About a 3rd and 6.
Well, they're pushing it up a little bit.
Oh, now it's at the new spot. It's going to be a 3rd and 5. A little bit generous there, but
I felt like it was still at the line of scrimmage from where he landed. And Logan Kopp, he not much passing tonight. A lot of just handoffs. Just to Jacob Kerr, really.
Pretty much only Jacob Kerr. Logan Kopp is running.
As soon as I say that,
he trips and will be taken down
I think at the line of scrimmage there.
right at the line of scrimmage.
This will be a 4th and 5. Bringing out their, going to punt here. I believe Logan Kopp's going to punt.
Logan Kopp.
He's well around.
He
He's a
does
well-around
everything, apparently. He's the punter, the quarterback, and
player.
the corner.
Fair catch by Zion Breeze, number 14. Zion Breeze has had a pretty close night to an unforgettable catch in the end zone, just right in his grasp before it bounced right out with just not even a second left.
He would have caught it as time was expiring. It would have been a magical touchdown to be sure, but just not to be. Wasn't meant to be there at the end of the first half.
Out comes Eric Barr. Tigers definitely pumped up here. They're getting everybody hyped up and trying to keep them all alive and keep this game going. So as we start here around the 23-yard line.
Gavin fakes the handoff, drops back, and is getting pressured, and will be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this offense is definitely going to need to start. They're going to have to stay strong back there. And I know this Grayson County defense is definitely got some height and size to them.
Grayson County's defense is definitely pressuring Gavin and
he's not
the
being
running
able to,
game.
He hasn't been able to get much passes off, as many as he could.
Looks like when he's getting blown up, they're going for yards down the field. Be interesting to see if they adjust and make quick passes instead of trying to get a lot of yards on each pass.
And a pitch to Michael Johnson. And he gets back down to around the original line of scrimmage. I think a few more yardage gained there.
Got to about the 24-yard line, maybe the 23.
Still be 3rd and long, though.
And with Breck County, you never know if they're going to go for it on 4th down or if they're going to punt the ball.
Never know.
The one punt we've attempted today has been blocked and stopped.
That was very unfortunate for the Tigers. And
Gavin
Dow
Dow's going
keeps
to run
it
the ball.
and couldn't find any room there. Now come the special teams. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to, as far as they can. This isn't a very good setup for the offense of Grayson County.
We're going to punt the ball here and get the punt away. It's a very good punt and will be stopped at around the Grayson County 47-yard line. So good punt there from Chris Ditto.
And the defense so far has been pretty solid tonight. You know, a couple of unfortunate errors and some space that Grayson County's been able to get through, especially Jacob Kerr. But overall, you know, they've really stopped some potential gains.
Haven't had to worry about the pass tonight very much.
No,
and
not really.
That's helping them out because they've been burned by some good passing early on in the season.
And he hands it off to Jacob Kerr, and he finds space, and this isn't
Jacob
looking
Kerr
good
has a lot
here,
of
and
room.
J.J. Johnson takes him down around the 10-yard line. That's a great run by Jacob
Kerr broke for a lot of yards, and once again we have to just keep saying his name as he's been constantly handed the ball.
Thank goodness for J.J. Johnson's great speed to catch up to him. He was definitely the only one that was going to stop him there. And they have a first down.
Not sure what we'd do without the Johnson brothers this year.
Don't know what we would do. He gives it to Jacob Kerr again, but this time it'll be a loss of yards.
It's good defense there by the Tigers. Gonna have about a 2nd and 12 now.
And roughly 7 minutes and a half to go in this third quarter. Still 14-6 on the clock, or on the score, I should say. Hands it off to number 7. And he was taken down around the 4-yard line.
Nice to see the defense coming up big right here. Red zone stops.
This will be a third down. And goal. With 6.5 minutes on the clock now.
3rd and goal here for Grayson County.
This will be
timeout Breckenridge County. As Coach Hoddle does not look pleased with something.
Timeout. Must be some confusion between Coach Stankiewicz and the defense.
Got to be expecting them to give the ball to Jacob Kerr here, because that is seemingly all they've done.
You know, I've really liked Breckenridge's, to have their diversity with what they're going with here tonight. And
Grayson County's gone to the same thing
Trenton,
over and over again.
Michael, Zombreeze, Gavin Dow, he's had an amazing night too. A spectacular night, should I say. But
well, I have
Jacob
to
Turner,
say, we know what's coming here. And it's a handoff, and it will be a touchdown. That's number 7 on Grayson County. First time that we've seen someone other than Jacob Kerr carry the ball in this game, outside of Logan Kopp, of course.
This will be now 20-6. Not a good-looking score for Breckenridge. They're definitely going to have to pick it up this quarter here and the next.
They're definitely capable of doing it. It's
they
just
are.
Taking advantage of opportunities. The kick is good. 21-6. Offense looks to get underway and try to regain some of the momentum that they had at the end of the first half. Things that great teams have to do is face adversity, and this is definitely adversity. It's not Owensboro adversity, mind you, but
we have Logan Raymer back out.
One thing I will say about Owensboro is they look to be an unstoppable force in this region.
They really do.
The only team they
Taking
lost
down
to
Owensboro Catholic earlier this season was an amazing win for them.
They went to Catholic and won by 30 points. I mean, that's insane.
And received by Dayston Watkins, and he finds a good break, and he's still going.
Still going.
He's taken
down at the 45-yard line.
That was a great return by Dayston Watkins.
One thing I've heard a lot of people say is it looks like Dayston gets hit so hard on every play, and then he hops right back up like nothing ever happened.
He's definitely built strong. Don't just look at his size there. And Michael Johnson's coming in for Dayston Watkins. And out comes JJ.
And Michael comes in and normally signals that we're about to run the ball. It seems like a lot of times when we're blocking,
Or
we'll use
play
Trenton.
action. We've seen it a couple times tonight. And Michael Johnson does get it. And he's really been heavily contested tonight. Haven't had as much success as, say, like Webster County's game.
Grayson County's run defense has been very, very stingy tonight. It's probably a big reason why they're 4-0 right now. They do not give up rushing yards, and they run all over the place.
Out comes Michael Johnson.
Looks to be Dayston out there now, as he will get the ball.
And he's
taken down for a loss of yardage. It's now going to be a 3rd and 15.
Number 24, Cooper Terry, the linebacker. He just could not run him.
That was not what Breck County was looking for on that play. We have seen a great conversion on 3rd and long in this game before. I'd like to see another one here.
And in comes Trenton Brown. And J.J. Johnson back in. He steps back to pass and
finds it. I believe that's Eric Barr. Yes, that was Eric Barr, and he will not make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like we're going to be punting here.
And I believe we will.
Obviously, there's some frustration on the field as we were so close to tying it in the first half, and it's just haven't quite got that momentum back that we lost from not scoring. And the punt's away. It's another pretty good punt. And it's going to get all the way down to about the 28-yard line. 24-yard line, my mistake.
24-yard line, first down to the Cougars.
And now we're back to see Jacob Kerr again. Hopefully we're gonna have to really put pressure on specifically him and try to find ways to stop him early on.
We need an answer. We need an answer for Jacob Kerr. There's just
We
so far
haven't found a good one yet.
He's been a little bit of Breck County's kryptonite in this game.
Be a false start.
Not sure.
That is a
It
false
will
start.
be a false start in the
Grayson
offense.
County.
That'll set him back 5 yards.
It'll be a 1st and long here, specifically 15. The Tigers down 15 points here with 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Breck County's offense looked great in that first half and just did not get scoring done. I would really love to see them do it here coming soon. But first, I guess we have to stop Logan Kopp, or
Jacob
Kerr, who keeps getting the ball.
He got another gain of yard. Be a 2nd down and 9, so he kind of got a lot of it back there. And out comes number, I believe that was 33.
Logan Kopp drops back one of the first times in this game, and that'll be complete.
The pass was intended for, and completed to, I believe that's number 20. And that is Caden Woodcock. Be a 3rd down and 4.
They just have not had very many passes at all in this game, and definitely not any passes for a lot of yards. Neither one of their passing plays have gone for first down.
And we've seen earlier he's tried to get some passing, but it has been really short, and some of those were straight into the ground earlier.
I believe Logan Kopp used to play wide receiver too, so he might not be very experienced at quarterback. And he'll be taken down for a massive loss of yards there, as it'll now be 4th and 10, as I believe they will punt now.
Dason Watkins comes out, and so does Dak Medvesic.
As I was saying, and Logan Kopp used to wear number 83, and he was a slot receiver on offense. So he's probably not the most used to being quarterback until this year.
And Zion Breeze on the return. On a Frere catch. So this will be around the 43 to 44 yard line. And in comes Xavier Perks. We might be expecting some more passing plays this go right here. Haven't been as successful with their rushing this quarter. Not really all game too much.
They really haven't. It's been the pass that's helped them a lot this game.
And
Gavin keeps the ball and will get blown up. Jacob Kerr with the tackle on that play, as his name has been all over this game.
Yeah, he really is a fundamental player for this team. And out comes Xavier Perks, number 33, and in comes the senior Cade Casey, number 4.
Cade Casey's one of the big leaders on defense, but when he comes in on offense, he's expected to block most of their players and most anyone that comes at him, and he's probably going to get the assignment of Jacob Kerr now. As actually he will run the ball.
And not a yard maybe to gain from that. This will be a 3rd down. Our offense this quarter has really not looked that promising. Hopefully they clean it up a little bit in the 4th quarter, because we only have about 40 seconds left or so.
3rd and 11. Looking to get a good play off here before the end of the 3rd quarter. Just trying to get some momentum down the field, and it's just not working out right now.
And Gavin just about to pass, and
and there's a flag on the field, as I believe that will be pass interference.
Zion Breeze appears hurt.
The initial play, the ball was intercepted by number 15, Levi Martin.
And Zion Breeze was going up for the catch there, and he got knocked down midair by
He got
Caden
hit
Woodcock
before the ball got there, and that should be pass interference.
Appears someone else is injured. Can't tell who it is just right now. But
pass interference apparently against Grayson County.
Zion Breeze.
Grayson County fans are not happy about that play, but it was quite obvious that it was pass interference.
That was number 30, Eric Barr.
Eric Barr pretty shaken up after that play.
And Grayson County's actually 6 penalties for 60 yards tonight, and Breckinridge County's only 1 penalty for 10 so far.
That's always good to not have as many penalties, but like to get the offense going as well.
And this will be a automatic first down. And the clock ends the third quarter here. And Grayson County getting yet another touchdown and field goal, bringing the score 21-6.
And we will be right back after a word from our sponsor.
At Right Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, skaters, tractors, small and large ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Right Implement has 9 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Right Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at rightimp.com.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And going off of the penalties that's been going on, Breckinridge County's been really disciplined so far in these games here. And Gavin Dow's gonna.
Nice to see our offensive line in unison there.
And he drops back to pass, and he keeps it. And
he's gonna scramble for some yards, and
he got a pretty good amount of yardage there around the 38-yard line, 39-yard line.
Now, Gavin told me earlier in the year that none of his runs were planned. That one looked planned.
That one did.
That one looked like he knew exactly what he wanted to do.
He only looked looked up once before he took off. And here Michael Johnson's in.
Grayson County's played a 4-3 defense all night long. They just keep loading the box to keep the run play
There's a
working.
pitch to Michael Johnson, and it's really not working out for Breckinridge County tonight.
Michael Johnson loses a helmet on the play.
He appears ecstatic.
I believe Michael wanted a penalty on that one.
And Breckinridge County's really not been successful with their play with passing off to Michael Johnson to kind of go wide.
Breck County's kind of had an opposite day sort of game today. They're not rushing the ball with much authority, and their passing has done most of the offense today. It's just not typical from what we've been seeing all season.
Appears to be some confusion what Coach LaGrange wants for his offense.
Ten minutes left to go in the game, 21-6 in favor of Grayson County.
You know, Grayson County 4-0, Breckinridge 3-1, and you know, really close, you know, records here, and Breckinridge County still wants, hopefully, they still want to stay on top, so they got to keep their heads up and keep pounding at this Grayson County defense.
Breck County came into this game wanting to make a statement, and they haven't quite made that statement yet. I'd like to see them try to make that statement right here in the fourth quarter. It would take a great, almost perfect game for the rest of the game to get this win, but they can do it. It's not anywhere near impossible.
We got 3rd and 7. No, apologies, that's 3rd and long. Really got to keep that scoreboard up to date, don't they?
Scoreboard is like maybe 80% right today.
And he drops back to pass, and
Dax will get the ball, and he will. Oh, he got the first down and fumbled the ball.
That is.
And it was recovered by number 9, Hunter Thomas, and ran back to the Breck County 45-yard line.
Entire coaching staff's upset here.
They threw a flag on Coach Hoddle as he chucked his hat down in frustration as he was furious that that play was not called down.
You know, it's tough for Breckinridge County there. That's such a great receiving yards.
You know exactly what he's arguing about. He's arguing that Dax was laying the ball down instead of fumbling. He got the ball on the ground and then the ball went loose. It could have easily been called dead, but it just was not.
Now the defense is back at it.
Logan Kopp looks to run the ball. Runs for about 7 yards and steps out of bounds.
You know, what's really hurt Breckinridge County tonight is really been the kind of the little errors almost that they've made on offense.
The turnovers on offense have just, it's been a killer tonight.
They really haven't been able to capitalize on these breaks that Grayson County's been giving them.
There's been 3 fumbles recovered by Grayson County, 4 fumbles total.
And we just really need to see what they had at during the second quarter. They were really strong then. Logan Kopp keeps it.
Logan Kopp continues to run the ball.
And
he will not make the first down,
he did not
but
make
he
the first
does
down,
get
but
close.
It's about 3rd and short.
Breck County still has a very large crowd here tonight.
And I believe the theme for tonight was rave.
The rave night tonight. That's got a lot of people out here. Grayson County looks to continue their drive.
Logan Kopp keeps it in. This will be a first down.
Would have been a key stop there had they got it, but Grayson County did get the first down.
And now it's roughly around the 43-yard line. That's where Grayson County will be continuing their drive. And giving off to
Logan Kopp here. He'll run for about 5 yards.
It's actually Jacob Kerr that he handed it off to.
Jacob Kerr, my mistake.
So we have 2nd down. Second and 4.
As we mentioned that Grayson County's 4-0, they've played Hancock, Nelson, Edmondson, and Fort Campbell. The interesting thing will be that Breck County also plays Hancock and Nelson, so get to see that. This game's been very tightly contested all throughout, despite there being a slight, marginally large margin on the scoreboard.
Jacob Kerr going at it again.
There's a flag thrown.
Wasn't much yards gained by Jacob Kerr on that play, but we'll see what the penalty is.
And as I was saying, it's going to be interesting for Breck County when they play Hancock and Nelson to see how good they do, because Grayson County has kind of steamrolled over everyone this year.
I believe the penalty was against Grayson County. And like you were saying earlier about Hancock, Nelson, Edmondson, and Fort Campbell, but all those teams combined are 2-14 on a record.
And
so
that can be deceptive, as you think Grayson County, they haven't really played a quality opponent. They might be overrated. Grayson County is very tough.
They are very tough. We have seen, and Jacob Kerr gets it again, and he's finding some break.
Jacob Kerr breaks.
They can't
open
take
for
him
a lot
down.
of
J.J.
yards.
Johnson's going after him, and he is taken down.
by
I
Trenton
believe
Brown.
That was Trenton Brown. You know, our defense, we left a wide open gap in there well, Jacob Kerr's defense, or the offensive line for Grayson County, they've been remarkable for the blocks. They've been sticking with their rushers and just helping them out. And that's really what Burkett County needs to focus more on. We need to keep helping out our rushers.
One thing I've noticed that Jacob Kerr does well is he's a very patient runner, and he waits for the blocks to show up in front of him before he starts trying to force it.
I believe that is why he's so successful. He's finding these perfect opportunities before he decides to, I guess, like a cougar, pounce. Jacob Kerr again, and he was taken down this time. A lot shorter.
Jacob Kerr without there. Second out.
This will be a second down now.
Second and 6 to go.
So roughly 6 minutes left on the clock.
Grayson County is in the red zone, and every time they've been in the red zone, they have scored in this game.
And that was given to number 7, I believe.
Number 7 has one of the touchdowns for Grayson County. The other two have come from
it's really been
Jacob Kerr.
After Jacob Kerr, you got number 7, and then
Logan Cobb has been their other most notable player as he's began to start rushing more here in the second half. Really, he hadn't done a whole lot before this second half started. Set up to run here. Head off to number 7 as he will be
taken down. So
that will be 4th down. Interesting to see if they go with the field goal or
see if they can keep it going with just 5 minutes here.
Looks like special teams is coming on the field. They're going to go for the field goal here.
And Logan Raymer's going to be coming out. I believe he'll be trying to go for his 7 for 7.
Going to try to keep it perfect
for the
here.
Season.
Got a weird angle though. It's going to be a little different than his point after tries.
And I believe that is good.
That is good. He's still perfect on the season. I'd like to know what a record field goal was for high school. In the NFL, it's something like 63 yards, which is just looking at it, that's insane. You don't realize how far 63 yards is
until you're out on the field.
Until you look at it from the actual perspective. That is nuts that somebody can kick a ball that far.
Here come the special teams. And Logan Raymer's back out. And here we go with 4 minutes and roughly 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Short kick here from Logan Raymer.
And it was past Dayston Watkins.
And I believe that will be recovered by Grayson County.
It is recovered by Grayson County.
Just an unfortunate mistake there for Breck County. Is that
it bounced right past Dayston Watkins, right over his, I believe, left shoulder. He wasn't able to keep it there, but
that is not what Breck County needed in this time of the game. That's
really the mistakes really that have been made tonight are things you can fix. So after whatever happens, you mark the mistakes down. Next practice you go right at them and you fix them.
Grayson
And they
County,
fumbled.
it looks to be fumbled.
And I believe that is recovered by,
Is it recovered by Grayson?
I believe it
I
is.
believe it will be. And
Tough to see there. I thought I saw a Breckenridge boy almost get down on it.
and mistakes that we've seen today can be fixed and will definitely be learned from as moving on. Grayson County is going to be the toughest opponent we face until we get to postseason. Hoping to make the postseason for a second straight year.
And I know all the football players, they plan to. And pass off to it'll be Jacob Kerr again. Not much yards gained on that one.
Next week, Breck County takes on Graves County. That's going to be an away game, so there won't be a broadcast for that one.
Yeah, this season's been really back and forth for the Tigers home games. And the score is 24-6 with 3 minutes roughly on the clock. Gonna be a false start on. I believe that is.
False start on Grayson County.
Grayson
Backed
County.
up 5 yards.
Now we've really seen
A lot
There's
of
been- I
mistakes
think all
for
the
Grayson County.
there have been a lot of mistakes on Grayson County, including penalties, that is.
Their offense has been very smooth so far, except for the offensive line. The offensive line's jumped quite often
it's jumped,
tonight.
I believe, roughly 3 times. And he drops back to pass,
First deep pass we've seen.
and that is
And
incomplete.
Zion Breeze breaks up the pass.
Great job by Zion Breeze.
Good pass coverage in a night that pass coverage has not really been needed. And kind of opposite of what you'd expect here for Grayson County. They're trying to run the clock out and they pass the ball.
And I believe that previous pass was actually intended for Hunter Thomas. Number 9.
And they're going for the field goal here. It'll be the longest field goal I've seen of the season. It's going to be about 36 yards. That is
kicks it right into him.
nowhere close.
Eric Barr couldn't keep up with it, but he was able to stop it at around the 49-48 yard line. Yeah, I thought he was about to pick it up there and keep going, but he had to fall right on top of it because it kept getting away from him.
That was ambitious for Grayson County. They could
was.
afford to take chances at this point.
Now 2 minutes,
It was
20
very
seconds left.
It was weird to see. You never really get to see field goals. It's the
No.
it's
Especially
the
not
longest
not for
it's the
Breck
longest
County.
one I've seen attempted all season. Would have been a 46-yard attempt there.
And then pass to Dax Medvesic. He's taken down around the 50.
Gain of about 3 yards in the pass.
You know, like I said, I like to see it a lot more passing, and Cade Casey's coming in. And now just under 2 minutes to go in this final quarter with 24-6. We're going to see if Breckenridge County can get another touchdown in. And Gavin Dow goes for a long pass, and that'll be short and incomplete. The intended receiver was Dax Medvesic.
Dax seems to be the primary receiver on Breck County tonight, and
I think he's had our touchdown earlier, And he has been the most looked for receiver when it's come to passing.
About 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter as it's.
And the Grayson County fans are getting loud here as the Breck County fans are kind of dulling down.
Time is waning here, and looks like the inevitable is going to happen.
Three receivers on the right side. And that's to
Back
Dax
to Dax
again. And
he will not get the first down.
yeah, Trenton Brown also out there as well as Cade Casey. Almost thought he was going to try to hit Trenton Brown there. And now we got about 1 minute left on this for the game.
4th and 2 will be our first 4th down conversion of the game.
And he does draw back to pass, and he gives it to Dax again, who finds a great
Dax
opening.
finds space.
And he's taken down around the 25-yard line.
Probably going to be marked at the 26.
And this will be a first down, Breckenridge County, with 55 seconds left. You know, they keep going. They're really keeping this momentum alive, and they're really trying
They
to
spike the ball to stop the clock here. No huddle offense.
This will be a timeout, Grayson County. You know, 52 seconds left. You know they're down 24-6, but 18 points. But Breckenridge County, they wanted to keep going. That's the spirit of the Fighting Tiger here in Breckenridge. No matter what it is, you better keep fighting, because you're fighting for your town and your county.
No matter what, at the end of a game, you want to keep going, and the coaches want to see something executed. Doesn't matter at this point about win or lose. You just want to see something done right. And it looks like that's what they're going to try to do here, try to score one last touchdown, inch closer to that score. But there's not enough time to come back in this game.
Here comes Gavin Dow again. And that was a false start on Breckenridge. I believe that's Cade Casey. Cougars hyping up their fans. Not many penalties tonight for Breckenridge, but Gavin Dow drops back to pass, and
he's going to scramble here.
And great running by Gavin Dow, and
he'll be taken out inside the 10-yard line.
6 yards from a touchdown there.
Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 43 seconds left.
This will be a 1st and goal. That was a great run by Gavin Dow. Couldn't find an opening from his receivers, and pressure by the defense. He had to just take it and go.
Gavin's had 2 huge runs in this game. One for 38 yards, and not sure how far that one was, but it was no slouch of a run for sure.
And they're at the another place at the 25-yard line. And he drops back to pass again, and he throws it up to Dax, and that is caught. Amazing catch by Dax Medvesic.
It's his 2nd touchdown of the game,
and
Breck
Gavin
County's
Dow's
second touchdown of the game.
Passing touchdown, and here we have the fireworks again. It's always a lovely sound to hear. Gavin Dow looked a little shaken up after that play, but now it is 24-12, and they're going with the 2-point conversion. Amazing job by Dax Medvesic and Gavin Dow. Really a power team tonight for the Breckenridge County.
Gavin now has 5 passing touchdowns on the season to 3 interceptions. Definitely not a bad number there.
And Gavin Dow keeps it, and This will be short.
That'll be just short of a 2-point conversion.
Just
so
inches from the end zone.
24-12, two-score game, and 36 seconds left. So,
you know, it's great effort by the offense to keep it going and keep it alive.
you like the fight from the offense at the end of the game.
That's all that matters, really, in the end. And appears the ref's talking to Gavin Dow.
Gavin for the game is now 11 for 19 with 150 yards passing with 2 touchdowns. 156, excuse me. And
Dax has had 6 recoveries tonight.
6 receptions.
Receptions, sorry.
Dax has 6 of the 11 for 111 yards. So Dax has been easily the main receiver tonight.
And he's had both of our touchdowns tonight. We've had no 2-point conversions or field goals tonight, though, however, which is kind of put us down. Well, I guess you could say almost 4 points for 2-point conversions, that is. So.
Yeah, if we had both 2-point conversions, we'd be within a 1-score game.
And there are 36 seconds left with special teams out. And Chris Ditto comes to kick again. This will be a short kick and not cleanly recovered on number 15. It'll be Levi Martin. But this will be on the 46-yard line.
Cougars just going to run the clock out here, but
33 seconds
it was
left.
A good fight from Breckenridge County. It was a tight game. The score didn't always reflect how close of a game it was. The Cougars and the Tigers were fairly evenly matched, but some key turnovers by the Tigers forced the game to be a little bit more lopsided than they would have liked.
And, you know, something may happen. You never know. With only 2 touchdowns remaining in 33 seconds, it's possible. But with this Cougars, and, yeah, they're going to run the clock out. Now with 30 seconds left to go.
Both teams are making their way off the field as that will signal the end of this game.
And this will be Grayson County Cougars with the victory over the Breckenridge County Fighting Tigers 24-12. Now, talking about this, going over this game, there's a lot of simple mistakes that the Tigers can work with over the upcoming practices before next week's game, and just improve on their, I guess you could say, their offense, trying to kind of block and help each other out whenever it comes to running. And then we got to defense. We got to make sure we got to keep going hard at people, and try to keep putting more pressure on the quarterbacks. Our defense did really well tonight, besides the 24 touchdowns, but 24 points. Sorry, that was a big difference.
Slight difference.
But it was just hard to combat Jacob Kerr and the rest of his offensive line.
Yeah, Grayson County definitely had the upper hand in this game, but Tigers put up a very good fight, and it was just a few turnovers that cost them the game. Breck County is going to look to improve. They're still 3-2 in the season, so a nice winning record. Grayson County moves to 5-0. Breck County would like to continue to have a winning season. I know they wanted at least 8 wins on the year. They knew Owensboro was going to be tough. They did have a fighting chance against Owensboro. Owensboro is just an immovable force in this region, and they really wanted to win this game, but they knew it was going to be a
tough fight.
Going to be a 50-50 game.
It definitely was, and the score, reflects that 24-12, only down by 2 touchdowns.
Next week at Graves County should be a lot less historic of an opponent than Grayson County. Grayson County's second in the region.
And also longtime rival of Breckenridge County, just across the border. So it's always a tough loss losing to your big rival, but you got the rest of the season to look to, and that is what the Breckinridge County Tigers and the Breckinridge County staff is going to be doing. They're going to be looking to improve and fix their mistakes, and just improve in general.
So the 3-game win streak ends tonight. Looking to start a new streak next week. And I believe that will be all for our broadcast here. As thank you, Tiger Nation, for watching this game and supporting the Fighting Tigers.